What's up, everybody? Rob here, back with another episode of Wasting Wildcards here on Multi5. And today I've got kind of a brew that's been working pretty okay for me. Basically, it's like a mono black control deck, but it's very much specifically targeting the best of one historic ladder. If you remember, a couple weeks ago, I think I made a couple like Collected Company Angels decks that were really good, and a lot of other people had similar ideas, and that deck is kind of taken over the ladder as far as popularity. And basically that deck it gains a bunch of life, they have a bunch of creatures, and they eventually just beat you down. On top of that, there's also some Rakdos decks that also utilize Collected Company. There's just a bunch of aggro decks, and I was like, what can I do to just beat up on these specific decks? So the first thing that comes to mind is main deck Grafdigger's Cages, which is something that control decks in Historic have been doing for a while. It hits a lot of things, and my deck that I built does not utilize the graveyard at all, doesn't play things off the top of their deck at all, so it's a very good main deck inclusion. On top of that, I'm running 4 Thoughtseize, obviously. You want to be able to just pick out your opponent's targeted like good things in their deck. Everybody knows what Thoughtseize does. And then I'm just playing a trillion removal spells. I am playing 3 Bloodchief's Thirsts, 3 Fatal Pushes, a Cast Down, a couple Heartless Acts. I am playing 2 Extinction Events. I'm playing 4 Ritual of Soot, which in a metagame of Collected Company decks is very good, as it destroys everything that deck plays. I'm also playing 2 Blood in the Snow for when they're bigger creatures and planeswalkers, and it's just, let's go crazy. Let's just see what silly stuff we can do. Other than that, we are playing 4 Mind Stones as a way to ramp a little bit, as a way to draw cards if we need to. Also, you can draw a card and make your Fatal Push better. So it serves a lot of utility, and it's just a very good card. This is also a very fun Dread Presence deck. Dread Presence is a card that when I saw, I was very intrigued by, and it is very powerful in a deck that has 16 swamps. You're basically playing swamps most of the time, and it's doing work as it does. Let's see, 2 Doom Whispers as just kind of a way to win once you're at a certain point you need to beat down fast. And a 6/6 Flying Trample that can also gain you some value is very good at that. And then on the top end, a couple Lilianas, just again, it can create creatures and can also kill creatures. Yeah, a lot of big stuff in here, but surprisingly effective against the metagame. And then for the lands, we're playing 4 Castle Locthwains. Of course we are, because we're playing so many swamps. And then 2 Faceless Havens and 2 Crawling Barrens. I don't know which one's better. I think Crawling Barrens might be a little better in this deck, but also we're playing so much snow. Who knows? I'm trying to figure stuff out as I go. But like I said, this is a best of one deck, very much targeted at specific decks in the best of one metagame. So let's play a couple of those games, shall we? All right, here we go. And this is potentially a very powerful opening hand here. A cool thing is we can play Dread Presence on turn 4 still because of Mind Stone with a swamp in hand. So as early as turn 4, we can hopefully be getting some either card draw or killing something. It's a Lurrus deck, which makes me think like a enchant, not what do people call it? Not Boggles. Core Spear Dancer, SRAM Auras, I guess. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. So they got a cartouched Ornithopter. Let's steal something valuable from their hand, hopefully. Okay, so let's take this so they don't gain life or draw cards. They'll be to attack for a lot with all that glitters, but then we'll be able to just kill it with a Heartless Act. So, okay. Spreading the love. Smart. They're both pretty annoying, but unfortunately I can't Fatal Push. So I'm going to risk it and play Mind Stone just so next turn I have more mana to kind of do some more stuff. And if I draw into a sweeper and they have no way of giving their things indestructible, we're going to be in a pretty good spot. Since everything still dies to sweepers. So let's see. If they played and all that glitters, that adds 4 power. Okay, so one thing will survive. That's nice. That is also quite nice. So let's start by fatal pushing. Oh, this. They're gonna let, no, okay. Yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna Heartless Act this, because this is much better with this. They can keep their little 2/2. So now all the glitters doesn't do all that much. So what we really want is a swamp. If we get a swamp, we can Dread Presence into the swamp. We definitely want to continue drawing lands at this point so we can get our Liliana online. Best part about Liliana, makes people sacrifice stuff. And do you know what doesn't protect against sacrificing stuff? Okay. That doesn't really do anything either, but you're dead. All right, we're in very good shape here. I guess if they have a land, a 1-mana, yeah, okay, we got there. We got there. They didn't draw anything, and we killed their stuff, which is kind of the goal. It's kind of the goal with this deck. You just want to kill their stuff. So let's continue playing games. All right, here we are, game number 2, and this is a decent hand. We can start with a Thoughtseize. We can back it up with some removal. Got 3 lands. We've got some of our top-end removal as well as creatures, so I think we're in a pretty good spot. Our opponent with the Rakdos Avatar and the Simic sleeves, showing no respect to white. I'm playing mono black, so neither am I. So white continues to be the most hated color in Magic. That's fine. Okay, elves. Actually, pretty good matchup for us, considering we can kill a lot of stuff. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we can kill everything here. I'm trying to think. Next turn, they'll get this. Actually, I'm going to take this. Hopefully slow them down, and then by the time they start playing their lords, my sweepers will be online. I can also just kill the shepherd here, which is nice. Just keep my life total nice and high. Cool. So if they play a second Imperious Perfect, I'll be able to Extinction Event both of them. And I continue to slowly get lands and stuff. Okay, so let's what do I want to do? Odd. So if I play Mind Stone here, I'll still be able to sweep, correct? Yes. All right, so should we do even this time? Should we do some evens? So if you draw... No, we're good. We can play Liliana next turn, make them sacrifice 2 creatures, and we're going to be in a very good spot. Yeah, a lot of the decks I've been playing have been actually pretty weak to elves just because there have been a lot of creature-based decks that I've been playing, and elves can just out-creature me. And turns out when you can kill other creatures, and all of my removal specifically targets like cheap creatures, so yeah, let's go. Let's keep going. All right, so not too bad. We've got a turn 1, we got Fatal Push, followed by a Mind Stone. I think we keep this. Hopefully your opponent is continuing the streak of playing creature decks, which is all my deck is good against. I have a feeling my opponent, perhaps, is playing Tybalt's Trickery. Considering they just mulled to what? 3? 2. Nice. Bold move. Mull to 2 is quite the mull. So if we draw into a Thoughtseize, that's probably pretty good for us. All right, they got a land with a Scryland. Nice. Cool. So that means they have no other lands in hand. What a stupid deck. Oh, I get it. If you want to ladder up fast and you like flipping coins, it's not a bad way to flip a coin, but I guess... I don't know, it's not how I like to live. I like to play Magic. I like to kill creatures with removal spells. Ooh. Can they cast something? All right, nice. I might actually lose this game. Nice. Let's see what they hit. Ulamog. Cool. Let's, Indestructible. Okay. That would do it. Good game. What a stupid deck is right. Mull to 2. They won on a goddamn mull to 2. I'm not mad. Like, I don't think that deck should be banned because it is so dumb. The games are over so fast, and I don't see it that often, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Let's keep going. All right, so if we are up against a creature deck, this is amazing. If we're not, this is absolutely terrible. Let's go. Let's roll the dice. We were talking about how Tybalt's Trickery is very much a dice roll. This hand is a dice roll. We see like a irrigated farmland. For a split second, I actually thought that was an irrigated farmland. Is it the deck we're specifically designed to defeat? I hope so. Let's find out. It is. All right. Heliod is definitely the one thing I can't actually kill. Unless it's a creature and I, let's get rid of it. We need lands. Woo, baby. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Yeah, my opponent's gained no life. If we draw into a Grafdigger's Cage, that would be nice. That'd be very nice. All right, well, that kind of sucks. They can Coco here. That's fine. If they Coco and we draw land, we're still fine. Okay, they can't Coco. Cool, we're still good. We're still good. We're still okay. We're still okay. Nobody sees the Ritual of Soot coming. Nobody. Okay. Okay. So let's put a counter on. Not make it a creature. Another land. Love to see it. Love to see it. It's a Ritual of Soot, these fine ladies. For now, let's just Ritual of Soot. We just need one more land and we'll be able to Liliana. If they play something cheap, I can just push it here. Yep. Land. Yeah, well, let's get in. again, a Coco will start to catch them up, but we're in a pretty good position for them to play Cocos. Okay, so we're gonna get our Liliana online here. So now we can safely make them sacrifice the two things that they collect a company into, but they don't have it. You'll love to see it. The deck worked. It literally made this deck specifically to prey upon the angels, and it worked. It worked out pretty well. Let's see if we can do it again. All right, here we are. We're up against boxing legend Evander Holyfield. And this is okay. Even against control, we at least have a Thoughtseize and eventually a Liliana. Let's keep it. Let's see what happens. I'd really like to get a Dread Presence online at one point during this video, just because when that card works, it's not Sphinx of Foresight. That's a card I haven't seen in a while. I'm very intrigued right now. I'm very intrigued at what deck used to play Sphinx of Foresight all the time. I want to say it was some kind of combo deck, right? Is this something that like the Tybalt's Trickery decks are doing? I don't know. We're about to find out. Mindstone's nice. Ooh, it's the Neoform nonsense deck. So let's get rid of Neoform. Get out of here. Neo. I don't even know what they call it. Neo something. Okay. So we're going to swamp Mindstone here. I still have not taken the like proper time to think about how this combo deck even works. I probably should. So they cast something in response to a trigger, they neoform it, search up something else. So you basically have to kill it before it can be targeted with neoform, right? Okay, they're creating food tokens and stuff. So let's just kill this little sphinx. A Dread Presence. We're gonna do it. Swamp. And let's kill this. So I think we just lose to the combo here. We have no way to interact with that combo if it just starts going off right now. If that has to be what they're playing. They're playing Neoform, right? Well, our Dread Presence did something. But we're going to play a Doom Whisperer. So they need a Neoform, and they need that thing. We may lose. We may lose. It's these silly combo decks. Do we just lose to Neoform? I think we just lose to Neoform, right? Copy the next, yeah. Okay, so copies Neoform. That thing comes in. This resolves. Copies that. I see. All right, well, I think we're just dead now. Pretty sure. Yeah, we're gonna concede. All right, so not the best deck against combo decks when you don't have a bunch of Thoughtseizes. Not the best combo deck. Okay, so we have some information here. We're playing against a Lurrus deck, which means it's probably a creature deck, which means 2 Bloodchief's Thirsts and a Ritual of Soot. Probably pretty good to be. So let's keep this. Another land. You'll love to see it. Okay. So we're going to Thoughtseize. Hopefully steal something nice. Cool. The only creature in their hand. Love to see it. You'll love to see it. You just really do. And we keep drawing land. And then... what is this again? Cool. Play your Lurrus. That's fine. I'm just going to keep drawing stuff. So if they play They're not playing lures. Bold. Okay. Well, I'm just going to play Doom Whisperer. I don't know what they're waiting for, but... So I have, what, 5 snow-covered things? So if I spend 5, I can bring my Doom Whisperer back. I can bring it back. So I know they have a Karametra's Blessing, so if they play Lurrus, equip it. They're thinking, though. They're thinking what to do. I think they want to play Lurrus. They're not going to do anything? My friend, I feel like you have to do something. Let's get the Heartless Act first. I feel like that's more instant speed removal is probably what I actually want in my hand. Cool. So let's just be down for 6, I guess. Yep. The Fatal Push, no good against Lurrus. All right, well, we're going to Heartless Act. Can't protect it with the Blessing. And we could just continuously try to kill this thing until they kill themselves. I think we're going to be okay, everybody. I think we're going to be okay. Yep. So now, if they want to survive, or if that wants to live, they're going to die. I think we're okay, everybody. I think we're going to get there. So far, doing pretty good against these enchantment decks, too. Yeah. So basically any deck that requires like normal casting of creatures, turns out mono removal followed by Big Daddy Demons. It's a pretty good spot to be. All right, so let's say this is the last game. We've played a fair amount, and I'm going to keep it just because I like that turn 2 Mind Stone with a Dread Presence in hand. And we have so many swamps in our deck, I mean, the chances of us drawing into one are pretty high. Okay, so we're up against Jones Sack, which is kind of an interesting matchup. It is definitely a creature-based deck, but they got a lot more stuff they can do. That was a helpful description of what the deck does. Okay, so definitely want to draw some lands. That'd be nice. Okay, so they got a Ghost Rider. Swamp would be nice here, because then I could Dread Presence. Yeah, it's not a swamp. That's not a swamp, unfortunately. This doesn't really matter what order I do any of this in. Doom Whisperer cannot be... Pretty close to Blood in the Snow. Just Heartless Act the Strider, I guess. If they play something 3 or more converted mana cost, that's problematic. I can crack a Mind Stone and then kill it with Fatal Push. One of our 2 Grafdigger cages obviously would have been really nice in this. Still will be, as it'll turn off the Cauldron Familiar Loop. I'm going to sack a Mind Stone. Land, please. Swamp. Nope. Okay. And then we'll just push this. Yep, they're getting all the food. Swamp, please. No. All right, well, I guess we just try to remove a problem from their hand, which is there's 2 of them, so. So we definitely don't have to worry about Claim the Firstborn. Could have sacked that, potentially have drawn into a swamp, but of course he would draw into another one. Of course. Junsack's the real deal. That's the real deal. So, even if we draw into a swamp now... God damn it. I think we're going to lose this one. Still can't claim the Firstborn it, but they can just, we're going to lose. We're going to lose that one. All right, let's just, why even bother? So yeah, getting mana screwed, we'd lose. I think honestly, if we didn't get mana screwed, and we like didn't draw a couple of these, we probably would have been okay shape. Being able to draw some cards with Dreadshade early on would be nice and stuff like that. But so yes, we lost a Junsack, but we have the tools to beat that deck in our Grafdigger's cages and just all in all removal. We just didn't draw lands. But the deck I was really focusing on was that Angels deck, and we just, ooh baby, we smoked it. In Elves, we also smoked the Elves. And it felt good. It feels good to sometimes just sweep away the creatures. If you ever have one of those, the daily quests that's like kill 865 creatures, throw this deck up, you're good. You're killing all the creatures. There's some things I would change. Actually, you know what? For best of one, I'd probably just stick with this. And in the sideboard, I would bring in the tools to fight, like Control, other mid-range decks, stuff like that. Against Control, just more discard spell, and probably a lot more cheap early creature stuff. So just kind of get in some early damage and help with the fight. But yeah, this is my mono black historic best of one meta deck. I've had like a 60-70% win rate, and it's felt pretty good. If people have some suggestions and stuff like this, let me know. I don't really want to play Devotion because that plays in a whole different axis than this deck. It's very creature based. It's very keeping permanents on the battlefield. This is very much a control deck in the sense that I'm just controlling the battlefield, and once I have control, then I land my like one of my 6 creatures and just try to win that way. But yeah, thank you for watching and have a good spring. It's nice out, so spring away.